Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Unbelievable Coco Gauff quality praised by former #1 amid service struggles. Coco Gauff's unbelievable ability to win matches despite her service woes has been praised by Lindsay Davenport amid her Canadian Open campaign. World #2 Gauff is the top seed in Montreal and will take on home favorite Victoria Mboko in the fourth round on Saturday, having beaten Danielle Collins in round 2 and Veronika Kudermetova in round 3. However, the 21-year-old's campaign has been far from straightforward, with the American serving a combined 37 double faults across her two matches. Gauff served a career-high 23 double faults against Collins, ultimately beating her compatriot in a final set tiebreak before serving 14 against Kudermetova. After rallying from a set down to beat the world #42 on Thursday, the reigning French Open champion admitted that her ongoing service struggles were a frustration. Obviously, I am disappointed in myself when it comes to that part of the game because I didn't play DC Open to work on that and made changes to that, commented Gauff. Doing well in practice and serving really well in practice. I just would like it to transfer to the match. Gauff's service struggles have been an ongoing source of discussion regarding the American, with the two-time Grand Slam singles champion struggling in several matches over the past 12 months. Gauff served a career-high 23 double faults against Collins, ultimately beating her compatriot in a final set tiebreak before serving 14 against Kudermetova. After rallying from a set down to beat the world #42 on Thursday, the reigning French Open champion admitted that her ongoing service struggles were a frustration. Obviously, I am disappointed in myself when it comes to that part of the game because I didn't play DC Open to work on that and made changes to that, commented Gauff. Doing well in practice and serving really well in practice. I just would like it to transfer to the match. Gauff's service struggles have been an ongoing source of discussion regarding the American, with the two-time Grand Slam singles champion struggling in several matches over the past 12 months. Gauff served a career-high 23 double faults against Collins, ultimately beating her compatriot in a final set tiebreak before serving 14 against Kudermetova. Speaking on Tennis Channel, the tennis great highlighted Gauff's struggles, but praised her compatriot's ability to pull through and still win big matches. Davenport said, "It was interesting Gauff kept looking down at her grip when she was serving. It looked like they were trying to make some changes with the serve. She was not comfortable with it yet. It looks like they know it's a problem, and she didn't have the confidence with it last night versus Collins. Her toss was all over the place, but she still wins. It's unbelievable her ability to figure out ways to win when she is playing, honestly. C-level tennis out there. She did a fantastic job managing her emotions." Gauff returns to action on Saturday night versus rising star Mboko, whom she previously faced in Rome back in May. The world #2 rallied from a set down to beat the Canadian on that occasion, though 18-year-old Mboko has continued to progress since then. Mboko came through qualifying to reach the third round of the French Open on her Grand Slam debut, and then made it to the second round of Wimbledon as a lucky loser. The Canadian is making her Montreal debut in 2025 and has progressed to the fourth round as a wildcard, defeating Kimberly Birrell, 23rd seed Sofia Kenin, and Marie Buzkova. There are moments in tennis when statistics fail to capture the spirit of the match, when numbers tell you one story, but your eyes refuse to believe it. For 20-year-old Coco Gauff, one of those moments came last week. Her serve faltered, her double faults piled up, and yet her victory felt inevitable. That paradox, the struggle and the supremacy, is what drew praise from none other than former world #1 Justine Henin. ***, it's unbelievable what she's doing. ***, especially under pressure, Henin said, reflecting on Gauff's latest tournament performance. The serve isn't working, and yet she finds a way. That's quality. That's something you can't teach. The serve, a weapon turned wound. To understand why Henin's words carry so much weight, you have to look at the numbers. In Gauff's recent match against a top 20 opponent, she clocked 15 double faults. Her first serve percentage hovered in the low 40s. The ball toss was erratic, the rhythm off. But Gauff didn't crumble. Instead, She roared back in the third set, breaking serve at critical moments, scrambling for every ball, forcing errors with her relentless baseline play. She reminded the world of what has become her trademark: resilience wrapped in explosive athleticism. And maybe that's what separates Coco from the rest. When one part of her game goes dark, another flickers on, brighter than ever. The praise from Henin, more than just compliments. Henin isn't one to offer hollow praise. The Belgian legend, known for her finesse, mental toughness, and near-flawless technique, rarely comments on the current crop of players unless she sees something extraordinary. I look at Coco and I see that burning will, that internal fire. Henin added, even when she's struggling, she has this clarity. It's like watching someone solve a puzzle with missing pieces. And still she wins. Coming from a player who dominated with one of the most efficient and elegant games in tennis history, these words carry serious weight. Henin knows the pressure. She's felt the sting of a faltering serve. And she knows what it means to win ugly and still walk off the court a champion. Mental fortitude as the X factor. What's astonishing about Gauff isn't just her physical prowess. Yes, she moves like the wind, covers the court like a shadow, and unleashes forehands with venom. But it's her head, her calm, strategic, relentless head, that sets her apart. In a post-match interview, Gauff herself admitted, "The serve was off. I know it. Everyone saw it. But I told myself, you can win with your return. You can win with your legs. Just compete." Compete she did. And when she did, it's this mental recalibration, this ability to shift tactics mid-match, that has tennis veterans nodding in admiration. The double-edged serve. Ironically, the serve, her current Achilles heel, was once a burgeoning weapon. Just last season, Gauff had matches where she recorded aces in double digits. Her kick serve often left opponents flailing, and her ability to mix speeds had commentators buzzing about her potential. But since then, inconsistencies have crept in, some attributed to a growing body, taller, more muscular, trying to rediscover its center. Others blame technical overcorrections, a new service motion, a different grip, a change in timing. Whatever the reason, the serve has become both her greatest liability and her greatest test. Tennis as a metaphor, grace under fire. There's a reason why the tennis community is rallying around Gauff with such fervor. She's a symbol, not just of talent or youth, but of perseverance, of grace under fire, of what it means to win even when part of you is losing. She's playing with a handicap and still outplaying the field. For a sport obsessed with perfection, Gauff's raw, imperfect victories are a refreshing reminder that greatness doesn't always look tidy. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it includes double faults and broken strings and emotional timeouts. But at the heart of it, greatness is about standing tall, even when your game won't. The shadow of Serena and the weight of expectation. Every time Gauff steps on the court, she carries more than her racket. She carries expectations of being the next Serena, the next American icon, the next everything. That pressure would be suffocating for most. But Coco doesn't just carry it. She seems to feed off it. Her composure in interviews, her poise with the press, her refusal to fold. These are qualities rare in any athlete, let alone one barely into her 20s. Henin herself noted this. There's a maturity there. It's like watching someone who's lived 100 tennis lives already. She knows what this moment means, and she never shrinks from it. What's next for Coco? So, where does Coco Gauff go from here? Fixing the serve is undoubtedly a priority. Her team, led by coach Brad Gilbert and consultant pair Reba, has already begun fine-tuning her motion, focusing on repeatability and balance. The raw tools are there. She's tall, powerful, and flexible. It's just a matter of unlocking consistency. But even if the serve remains a work in progress, Gauff's game is already Grand Slam worthy. She's proven it. She's won one. And she's hungry for more. The bigger picture, redefining what it means to struggle. Too often, sports narratives fall into two categories, domination or collapse. You're either winning perfectly, or you're falling apart. Gauff is rewriting that narrative. She's showing that you can struggle and succeed. That flaws don't make you weak, they make you human. And being human doesn't disqualify you from greatness. When a legend like Henin calls her unbelievable, It's not hyperbole. It's acknowledgement of the fight, of the fire, of the kind of player who bends, but doesn't break. Final rally. As Coco Gauff continues her rise, serve inconsistencies and all, the tennis world watches, spellbound. Not just because of the matches she wins, but because of how she wins them.